Sorry. I'm going to send it to you in the chat, and I'm going to put it in your notes.
Okay.
Let me actually hit send. How about that? Imagine the novelty. All right. So okay. So I'm putting this in your So this is a real easy to use piano app. Let's practice using it together because you're not familiar with the keyboard, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So we have to figure out, it's not going to be hard, all right? So I mean, it may be, it's not hard. It may be at first like what, but it's not difficult.
Sure.
It might be confusing, but it's not difficult. And then just once you get the hang of it, it'll make more sense. All right. Sorry, my music staff keeps spazzing out. Okay, so go ahead and open up that virtual piano on your end, and I'm going to show it to you on my end.
Okay.
And here's where this comes in. When you are practicing, say, for example, Abide with Me, right? You want to figure out your starting note. And you want to get the starting note in your head before you start the accompaniment recording. And you hum it to yourself and you think it to yourself and you go, oh, like in the beginning, you're doing all these strategies to keep that pitch memory going
Okay.
so that you'll come in on that first note. Because generally speaking, most people like, and this has been the case with you once I have, if you started out on the wrong note, um, uh, so far you haven't been able to recover if you start out on the wrong note. That's going to come.
Okay.
It just comes with time and no, it doesn't just come with time. It comes with practice.
Yeah.
And but if you can start yourself out on the right note, you typically are pretty good after that. There's like, we're still working on all the stuff, but like typically
Sure.
you're pretty good if you can get the and you have to be able to do it when I'm not there.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Oh, sorry, real quick. Let me. I'm gonna have to rejoin the meeting real quick. So I was trying to open up the piano on a different window here, and it's
oh,
my browser is
no problem.
having a
I'll
problem.
let you
So
back in.
yeah, sorry about that. Let me
Not a problem.
rejoin real quick. All right.
There he is.
All right, sorry about that.
That's quite all right.
Should be all set now.
All right, cool. I am going to unshare this, and I'm going to share my whole screen so that I can pull up this. We're not going to go over the whole thing. I just want to go over finding the first note in the
Okay.
thing. Okay, so here we go. Find this entire screen, system audio. All right. All right. Can you see yourself?
I can, yeah.
Okay. And here's you again. Woo.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. So we're just listening to this basically. Okay. Okay. Can you hear that where you started in did not match with where you think it's supposed to start in, or can you not hear that?
No, I could hear it. Yeah,
Okay.
I heard all.
If you could start right now, where would you start? You want to hear it again?
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
mean, it sounded a little bit, I guess, coming in a little bit lower.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, definitely lower.
I'm going to stop right before it. Where would you start?
Oh.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Like a third down,
Mhm.
which is kind of what you have typically done. But listen to you
I guess I'm making some progress, huh?
making progress. So,
Slowly but surely.
so
Oh.
now let's mess around real quick with so you would write down my start note is G. So, and then we would go on over here to the piano. And see, this has all kinds of little gadgetry going on here. You don't need this. This is for a QWERTY keyboard, so you don't
Okay.
need to worry about that. How do I get rid of that? I can't remember. Settings. There we go. Okay. So now we've got visible note labels. CDE. Okay. So when you use the note labels here,
Mhm.
CDE, you can, based on the knowledge that there are 7 letters in the alphabet of music, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and they just keep repeating over and over again. All right. And you can see here, if you just find an A, okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? And you would just play the G, and then you go, okay, and you get it in your head before you start the music. But I think it's great that you this time you could listen to it and produce the starting note without, I mean, like perfectly. Oh, it's perfect. Um, one other little thing about a keyboard, which is kind of like one of those, well, it's obvious to those who know, who've been told once, but you notice there is a pattern here of the black keys. We have a group of 2 and a group of 3, a group of 2, group of 3, group of 2, group of 3. That just shows you that pattern 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, showing you that the same thing just keeps repeating over and over again. On a full-size keyboard, it repeats 7 times. And thus, the G in particular is always inside the group of 3 black keys, the inside left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So just I'm like You know, this isn't a keyboard course, but it's often very helpful to have a rudimentary knowledge of the keyboard because that's usually the most accessible instrument for most singers who are trying to identify notes.
Okay.
Unless you are like super adept at another, like I have some guitar students, some singers over time who for them voice is their second instrument, so to speak, and
Okay.
the guitar is their first um, language of music. And so for them, this is like Greek. Like, I look at this and go, what? But they can play you, you know, any note. I could say G5 or I could say C, you know, 6, whatever. And they can totally hit it on their guitar, which is something that would take me like 5 minutes to sit there and think like, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So there is that. Let's look at real quick the second one.
Yeah. That one I didn't find a instrumental recording, so that one had I was kind of having to sing along with the recording
Oh,
with
okay,
voices
okay.
as well.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's. Okay, so there
Yeah.
isn't, this is just, it's a cappella. So there's no introductory notes.
Yeah, correct,
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like along here too. Yeah.
You're not you're not super far off of what the melody is. You're just really, really low. You're doing it like 2 octaves below the easiest one to hear. But of course, I'm trying to hear
Uh,
it below the layer of your voice.
yeah.
Um, this is Salve Regina. Is this the one? Is it Salve Regina Gregorian chant? Is that the one you've been finding or using?
Yeah, there's it should be, but um,
Do you recognize it in any of this list?
if you do Salve Regina Orthodox West
Oh yeah,
is
that's
how
right.
I search it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
This
it's
one?
a simple tone. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Hmm. We just paid $3,000 to have our car fixed. At our
Uh-oh.
daughter. Okay. All right. Keep that in mind and listen to yours. I said we weren't going to do this, but here we are doing it. Okay. So you're coming in on you're coming in on C, which may not be that far off. Okay. So they're coming in on C. Okay. So they're singing it in the key of C, which is very nice. So you're just doing it an octave low, which I think you can actually do it up here. Because if you hearing, this is quite low for you. Like
Yeah.
you can, it's difficult to get this out because you have a much higher voice than you, I think, imagine sometimes. But
Yeah.
so one of the reasons why it's difficult to pick out the pitch is because it's so low. You're in your what's called your fry. Your vocal folds have difficulty trying to produce that low note at this time in your development. You'll probably be able to get a better low C. That's a C 3. You'll probably be able to get a better low C over time as you form and keep practicing and la la la. But and we do some gyrations with your face, but you with your mouth. But we might either want to find it in a different key that you can hear, or because see, like this is transposable. This setting, It's meant not to have a particular key. It's just whatever the first person starts it in.
Okay. Yeah, because I noticed there's no key signature on that they show, so I
Yeah,
wasn't sure like
yeah.
is this all relative?
That is correct. So it's uh that's interesting. Oh no, they have it in D. This is written here in D.
Okay.
That the but um the and I don't actually know what this is. Maybe it's a symbol for chant or something like that. Do you know what this C looking thing is?
Not exactly. I know I've seen it before, but I thought it had something to do with. I'd have to look it back up. I have a book here that explains it, but I think it had something to do with.
Here's another way we can find
I
out.
don't
What
know,
is this?
like prompting, like I forget exactly. Yeah, I'd have to look it back up.
This staff. We'll see if Chatty gives us some
Yeah,
answers. We'll give
crazy
that. It's
what the
working.
AI does.
So, all right. So, if I give you this note, and here,
Uh,
it's going to be kind of like a, kind of
uh,
straight out your mouth. Is it cutting me off at all if I hold this?
no, it's not.
Okay. Ooh, good.
Uh,
Let's try this.
uh,
Okay, you're here.
okay.
Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to find on your virtual piano, on your end,
Mhm.
the C in the middle. C in the basically the middle of your keyboard. Do you see it there? With the one with the red dot on it.
Yeah.
Play that on your side,
Okay.
and then let me hear you match it. Okay. You're kind of here. So drag your voice down a little bit. Okay, there it was. Did you? Okay. Remember what we were talking about, that whole thing about the vibrations in the face?
Mhm, mhm.
Um, what you can do is you can find your goal note, and then you can find another note, okay, that is not the right one, that's real close, and hit that second note, and then slowly drag your voice to drag. Slide your voice to the one that's your goal note. So you have this, you go, that's a way to practice feeling that sense of dissonance and then consonance.
Yeah.
Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah. I noticed it feels a lot different. Maybe it's just me, but like when I have the headphones on versus trying to match the music when it's playing on an external speaker. Like I feel a lot more in my face here with the headphones.
With the headphones.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, try it on your little piano there, because this is a great little exercise for teaching you how to use your face bones. Let's try it with and without the headphones, if we can. Oh wait, no, your headphones are like connected in some weird way, right? You can't detach them.
Yeah, it's I'd have to play it off my phone or something.
It's fine, no
Um,
problem. Let's just do it with them on. So, all right. So on your side, I want you to hit your C, the red dot. Oh wait, that was a low C. The red dot C, and just on and then I want you to keep tapping, excuse me, the C, so that it's keeping ringing in your ear, okay? And then slide your voice just like high and low and feel your bone structure, your face, like the vibrations go in and out of consonants.
Okay.
So let me hear you try that.
Uh,
So
uh,
you're here. Good, good, good. First find your well, that's okay. All right, good. Now slide off of it and then come back. And then come back. Yes. Slide down off of it. Yeah. And then come back. Okay, you're going like if you can, stay closer to it.
Mhm.
But if you are you continuing to tap it on your end? I want you to
Yeah.
tap it on your end. Okay, very good. Okay, because I can't hear it. It's fine. Um, I can only hear mine. But all right, do it again. I want to hear you, or and pick a different note if you want to. Doesn't matter. This is an exercise you can do on any of the notes that are generally in the middle of the keyboard.
Okay. I'll just stick to C for now.
Okay, good. All right, slide. You're a little high. I tell you what,
Hmm.
I'm gonna show you when you go. I'm gonna show you by. Can you still see my keyboard?
I can, yes. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you where you are as you're going, and as
Okay.
you get closer back to the sea, I'm gonna be moving, and if you move too high, you just follow my little thing, my little cursor, to see
Mhm.
where you are. Uh,
Okay.
you were probably here where it ended last time. Okay,
Got
so
it.
all right, back to your C, play your C, and keep going. Okay, and if I moved kind of right of center, so you know that you were not in the center of the pitch of C. You kind of moved to the top, and which is called
Okay.
being sharp.
Oh, okay,
Being
okay.
sharp, because this right here is a C sharp. So you're moving toward the sharp, but you weren't like all the way there.
Okay.
So if you think of, remember Pokemon? You
Yeah.
ever into
Yeah.
Pokemon?
No, but my kids are.
Yes, same story. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, but do you remember seeing the Pokemon ball?
Yeah.
Like red on bottom, I think, and white on top, or other way around with like a big kind of belt looking thing around the middle.
Yes.
You want to think of aiming toward that belt in the middle. Or, if it helps you, the target sign. You want to be the red dot in the middle. You actually
Okay.
want to be like just at the top of the red dot in the middle. But all those are just like images to help us, kind of focus and visualize where we're going. But that was real good. And if you just do that like 5 minutes a day, sit down and practice that. Unfortunately, I won't be there to show where you are,
Right.
but you each time you came back.
Hmm.
So more and more, the more you do it, the better you'll become. I believe
Nice.
this is a skill that you can do.
Okay.
Um, Yes, and you are showing me signs that this is a skill that you will be able to acquire.
Okay.
Like that there's not some reason why you couldn't do this.
Right.
All right. Okay, good. Let's move on. Um, that was good. Boom. I'll stop sharing, but never stop caring. All right. Let me pull up. Where did that go? It'd be nice if you knew what I was talking about. Where'd I put that, Jared? Oh my goodness. The other day I did ask my kids to help me find my phone, which was in my hand.
I've done that before where I had my glasses propped off and
Yes.
where are my glasses? And 5 minutes later, I know
Yes.
my head.
Yes. Okay. This is what I need. I've lost the tab that had my
Oh,
notes going on, so we'll
yeah.
just go back and start over again.
No, I'm bad with having too many tabs open at the same time.
Ugh. My husband will come in and be like, I can't even look. It is bad. Sometimes I can't even look. Um, I do have to admit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's see. We need to review breathing exercise number 2.
Okay.
And have you been able to use your recordings and such to do your labeling exercises?
The recordings. And,
Like your lesson recordings.
oh, yes. Yep.
Okay, good. But we have not ever started. We haven't even started this. Say my notes. My notes tell me.
Correct.
Okay. Why don't we? Let's see. Wait, time to do this? I think we should. Let's do this. Let's do
Okay.
like week 1 so you can start getting familiar with this. Okay. We'll review. It won't be next week, but it'll be 2 weeks from now. If you're doing breathing exercise number 2 regularly, you know what? Hold on. Since I'm not going to see you for 2 weeks, let me see your breathing exercise number 2, because I don't want you to be practicing it uselessly, for 2
Right.
weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Let me put my headset down real quick.
There you go. Okay. Good. Like kind of all the parts are there. They're all the parts are more or less there. Just some of it appeared to be in different order. So briefly to go over it one more time. And then I want to just make sure that you're focusing on the right things at the right time so that it's
Sure.
benefiting you as much as possible. All right, let me make sure you can see what you need to see. Okay. All right, so this looked, let me tuck the shirt in so you can see a little bit better what is happening. I will try to have it so you can see the rib cage expansion. All right. Okay, so this was great. I'm going to tell you what went well, and then I'm going to say where it went backwards, and
Okay.
then go through the whole thing once.
Yep.
So this looked great. I want to make sure that you're not inhaling any air before you start. You're just letting yourself be
Yes.
kind of at rest. Okay, very good. All right, so you do this. That was a good like 1001, 1000, like that kind of thing. Not too fast. not too slow. All right, and then keep the rib cage expanded, arms by your side, and you want to do another count of 6 seconds.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
So that's where it got flip flopped. It looked like
Yeah.
you did it after your breaths. So
Yep.
you want to sit there and just focus on pressing outwards,
Okay.
relaxing those shoulders, and then do your 1001, 1002. Do that again. Then do 3 exhales, and then arms by your sides, rib cage is still pushing out, and then let it fall.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's where I missed. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So do I need to go through the whole thing, or do you
Um.
think you got it?
Yeah. If you don't mind, go through
Oh
it again.
yeah, I don't mind.
Just so I.
And if
Yeah, make sure
you would
I
like,
read.
you can go along with me.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'll watch you as I'm doing it. You can say don't have to take your headphones off. Just leave them on if you want. Okay, or not. You can sit or stand and do it with me. Here we go. So we're gonna go. Okay, that's one complete rep. All right. Good?
Yeah, I think I got it now.
Okay, very good. Okay, good. And that's all recorded, so that's very good. Okay, so now grab your vocal aerobics book if you have it there nearby, which I'll be really impressed if you do. Look at you! I'm so impressed, seeing as we haven't done anything with it for like 2.5 months or whatever it's been. Okay. So I do want you, if you haven't yet, to read his intro. It's good. Some of like most of it's going to jive with everything I say, and some of it you might be like, oh well, is that the same thing Natalie says, but he's saying it a little bit differently, or here is he saying something different from what Natalie says? So that is up to you. And that is good. You want, like, as long as somebody knows what they're talking about, you want to have different pedagogues teaching you. Like, I mean, over the course of it's good to kind of stick with a method, right? And not just like hop from method to method to method to method.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't get you very far. It gets you not far pretty quick. And it gets you pretty frustrated pretty quick.
Sure.
But it's kind of like, this guy, Mark Baker, and I could stand at a corner and see the same car wreck and describe it 2 different ways,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And one of them clicks with you better,
Sure. Yep.
right? Doesn't mean either one is really wrong. But like sometimes we need to hear stuff from different teachers, right?
Yeah.
That's why, in middle school or high school or college, something like snaps and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
how come I never learned that? And then, if she or he could hear it, your high school like sophomore science teacher is sitting there going like, we went over that for like 5 months. You just weren't
Yeah.
listening because you were a hormonal teenager. So it's just, we're all,
I've seen that kind of dynamic through language study. Sometimes one of the other teachers will have a different way of saying the same thing, and it just clicks better, like you said.
very, very true. Okay, so turn to page 4. And I don't go over with you all the things that he has written before each one, but those are good. Those are
Okay.
real good. And again, he'll explain why he's doing the certain thing, what his goals are for it. And, each one, he writes like, what's the topic? And I write my own stuff in like that. I'm like, okay, I want to use this one with my students for this thing. So, you just write your notes. It's your book.
Mhm.
It's your book. It's there to serve
Yeah.
you. So, okay, so now, week 1, Monday. And do recall, I think we've discussed this, that you have recordings
Yes.
of these
Yep.
samples. Okay.
Yep.
Now, it is just exactly what's written. There's nothing beyond that. So, actually, I am in the process. I have hired my son to create exercise. Like, he's not a pianist. Like, he's scanning all this in for me, and I'm putting it into specialized software that will be able to transpose it, meaning move it into
Okay.
different keys. So and then I am learning how to create an app using vibe coding. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, with just using AI to kind of
Yeah.
spit out the code for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And then to put it into the coding doodad and create whatever the heck you can dream up. Like that's what I'm getting out of, like, I'm taking
Yeah.
a course right now because this is,
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to do this for so long, I'm like, I've been seeing, this, like, I was like, oh, ooh, I think this is possible now. And then I started playing around with this AI, create your own app,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
the
My
app what you want.
my boss and I were just talking about that earlier today, actually.
What it came up with in 15 minutes is nothing short of astounding.
Yeah, a buddy of mine created like a little browser game just by feeding prompts to, I think it was Claude or something that he was using in it, and he was able to make this little like functional browser game, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. The teacher that I'm taking this from, I'm like, you are kidding me. Like, it's mind blowing. Um, anyways, okay, what I want to do ultimately is have an app that my students can, it's going to be all trained on me. All the things that I teach, the books that I use, the things that I say, all the videos I've ever, recordings I've ever done, or as many as I have the desire to put in there. And so that you can have an app that you could have, like, I'm there,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
nice.
it'll be cool. Just coming up with the wherewithal and the time to get it done.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so look at week 1, Monday. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna practice your rib cage expansion for this one. This may be all we get through today, but it's a good one, so that's good. I want to teach you a couple of symbols that are good to know as a singer, and unfortunately my little handy dandy, my little camera is upstairs.
Yeah.
But I think I can show you. So, okay, so this
Okay, yep,
is
yep.
called a fermata, all right? And that just means you're going to hold it longer than what's marked in the music, all right?
Oh.
So, like, the more you learn, the more you'll know, like, hey, wait a minute, he's holding that for a lot longer than 4 beats. Like,
Yeah.
right now you don't know, so it's just blissful ignorance. But the more you learn, you'll be like, wait a minute, why is he, what? And that is because the fermata allows you to do that. I call it the dramatic hold. It's like when a person, Michael Bublé or whoever, like, they hold the note that everybody goes crazy, like, ah! Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the fermata. Okay. This little comma up there, or
Okay.
apostrophe, or however you want to call it, that is a breath mark.
Oh.
So you see that every 2 measures. He's got that
Yep.
every 2 measures. All right, we won't go into the rest of the stuff at the moment. But just know that each of these spaces gets 4 beats. That's what this number is telling you. The top number of the 2 4s, let's not worry about the bottom note right now, just the top note is telling you 4 beats in a measure. And these spaces are the measures.
Yep, yep.
These, and these are bar lines. So those create the measures. You don't sing the bar lines, you just kind of ignore them, except that it helps you count the time.
Yeah. Yep,
All right.
yep.
So sip. By sip, he means that's your inhale. And I want you in this exercise to inhale through your nose. So just do it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale, and then and he does it for 8 counts, even though it's supposed to only be 4. That's the fermata. Okay.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do, and there's no pitch to this. You're just singing. Okay. And he says hiss. Don't vocalize that. It's just okay. All right, here we go. So, and I'll give us time just by doing this. So we'll do, I'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll start the sip again through your nose. So 1, 2, oh, it's too loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hiss. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and sip. Hiss. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and sip. 3, 4, hiss. 2. I don't know where we are. I'm just gonna keep playing. You do it. You break it up. It's gonna keep losing track. 1, 2, 3, and sip. Hiss. 1, 2, 3, and sip. One more time. Check your rib cage. And end. Okay, good. So, and what you want to do throughout that is just make sure you're keeping that rib cage expanded. This is where you're starting this practice of keeping that rib cage expanded, even though you are doing these hiss exhales.
Yeah.
And then as you inhale slowly, now the miracle and gorgeousness of this ribcage expansion is you can inhale a lot faster than this, but when you discipline yourself to and you have time to inhale it through your nose, you want to do that because that gives the air temperature time to become so, gives the air coming in the time and the space to become warmer and moister because it's going through the sinuses. When you bring it in through your mouth, it's colder and drier.
Okay.
But when it goes through, that's what the sinuses are for. It moisturizes and warms the air before it goes down the lungs. It's part of what that does. All right, as well as keeping crap out of the lungs. So there's all that kind of stuff too. But all right, so let's do Tuesday. All right, so we're gonna do these lines. The line across the bottom, the horizontal line, is called the beam. All right,
Yep.
and this you already know this.
A little bit. I mean, I think these are the
We talked about
eighth
it.
notes, right? Yeah.
Yes, they're eighth notes, and then the quarter note there, and then that is a quarter rest. And I'm sorry, it's fuzzy, but that's quarter rest. So they all add up to 4
Four.
beats. But it's going to be, if I clap it out, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and s, 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 s. So now expand your rib cage. When you're ready for that quarter rest, you're going to keep the rib cage expanded. Try to hold the rib cage expanded the entire time. That's your goal, okay? It's not the objective of this, but we want to start doing that all the time now because you're just working those muscles. You want to end a voice workout where those rib cage muscles, those intercostals, are slightly fatigued.
Okay.
You want them to be fatigued. It's the same way, like you work out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and part of the whole thing is you want to fatigue those muscles. Some days you make them work harder than others, but most days you want whatever group you're working, you want that just to be a rag when you're done,
Yeah.
right? Break them down. So it's the same thing as we are building muscle. So hold it expanded. And one other little symbol to show you is the crescendo mark. Okay. So
Okay.
this little crescendo mark, it kind of looks like what it is. It's like, get a little bit louder. So, so you're just kind of like send more air,
Okay.
which makes it a little louder. All right, here we go. We're just gonna do this rhythmically. Let's have some pop music, shall we? That's not good. Rhythm. 0 0 0 0. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's good. All right, can you hear it?
Yes. Yep.
All right, so it's going to make for a slower, but that's okay. So we're going to do, ready, go. Make sure that you are expanding. Good, expand. Keep expanding. And you'll notice when you let that air come in through your nose, it slows the process a little bit. You can experiment. You can do it sometimes letting the air come in through your mouth, which is going to happen automatically, or by letting it come in through your nose. Okay? Good. That's good. Okay, good. Isn't that fun? I like using the beatbox on there. Okay, so makes sense so far. Any questions about that one?
No.
Okay, good. So as long as my next student has not shown up yet, let me make sure that. Oh, they're in a different program. I gotta go. I keep forgetting that they're in Google Meet because it doesn't work.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Good seeing you. I
Yeah,
will
you
see you
too.
in 2 weeks. Okay,
Sounds
and I
good.
will send you the comments on that on the.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds
all right.
good. Thank you very much.
Bye.